Hey everyone, Rusty here. We're going to get this race car moved into the garage today. Well, that's my hopes anyways. It's currently drizzling a little bit, but that's going to end. I have to clean my garage up, so I'm going to do a quick time lapse of that. And then we'll hook one of these trucks to this thing and pull it forward and air up the tires and see if I can't roll it backwards under control and put it in the garage. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. Wish me luck. Okay, well, we got the garage cleared out a little bit, so now I'm gonna go start my F-150, and I got this little USB charging block, but it also shows voltage, so we'll see. The F-150 was not charging. That's why I stopped driving it. We'll see if it starts, and if it starts, we'll see if it's charging. There's something going on. I think the voltage regulator is bad, to be honest. But I would think the battery'd still be charged. It's only been about a month. Unless whatever went wrong is causing it to lose power. Well, the dome light turned on, so that's a good sign. Let's see. Give her a couple pumps. Not enough. Okay. Gonna have to bring my truck and jump start this thing, I guess.
Girls with their nails done.
I don't know if you can read that. It's 12.8, 12.9. So the battery cables are charging it. These battery cables kind of suck, so I'm gonna sit here and let them do that for a little while, and then we'll fire this baby up and see what happens. All right, it's been a few. Reading 13.1. So let's see what happens. because it just started and then it would stop. So I'm thinking maybe it's an ignition thing or maybe it's out of gas. So I'm gonna check that real quick. Definitely got gas. So it's an ignition problem, most likely. I put a test lead on that line that goes to the distributor. I checked the other end of the wire too to make sure there's no break in the wire. There isn't. So I got 13 volts here. I'm guessing when I'm cranking, the voltage drops too much and then the distributor doesn't have enough power to actually run the motor. So let me give it another shot and see. It's definitely got enough fuel, so we don't need any more fuel. Probably flooded at this point. There we go. 14.1. I guess it just needed a little bit extra juice to get that HEI going. I'm going to disconnect everything and then see if this thing's charging on its own. It's starting to sprinkle again too. Turn this one off. We can leave her parked here if we need to. And disconnect the batteries. Bear with me. Okay, so it's charging. At least a little. We're charging 14.1, 14.2 right now. But the other day I was driving this thing and it stopped charging, I could tell. Had the AC and everything turned on. So I'm going to simulate turning everything on and see what happens. It was at night. So this one's reading 14.0, 13.9. There's the headlights. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the AC. That drew it down to 13 for a moment, then it went back to 13.4. Okay, it's charging. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and use the truck. I got the lights on and everything. 13.4. That's what's going to the coil. So that's enough for sure. All right, well, I'm gonna get it moved into position and use it to move that race car after I air it up. But I'm gonna let this truck sit here and run for a while. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get another time lapse going. I'll have the GoPro in the shade with the fan blowing on it. And we're gonna get those tires aired up and then we're gonna hook them to the truck and then pull it forward and probably have to air up the tire some more and then let it back and then air up the tire some more. You know, we're gonna have a good time. But we'll try to get it in here. That way in the future I can work on it inside, in the AC, and I can really start putting this thing together properly. Plus, I got a motor and transmission to see how that's gonna fit. So I gotta slap that in there, like dummy it up and see what's gonna happen there. So that'll be exciting for the viewers. So without further ado, I'm gonna get this thing set up on the time lapse and we'll be rocking and rolling. there you have it. The race car is in the garage for the first time. It rolled pretty easy. It's pretty light without a motor or transmission. I did have to stop and change that left front tire. And I had a couple other little minor problems, like my steering coupler wasn't all the way tight down here, so I had to stop and tighten that because it was slipping a little bit on the splines. But either way, we got it in here. I think one of the next things I'm going to do is pull that engine up and slip it in there and see how it sits. And that transmission, I don't know what kind of mounts and stuff this thing has back there. It's pretty far back, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to build a cross member as well. But we'll see. We got motor mounts way up here. But I'm thinking if I can get the motor way back here on this one, that might be an alternate mounting position for a different style of racing. And if I get that motor behind the wheels, you know, technically this will be a mid-engine, but either way, if I can get that motor behind the wheels, we're going to have a better front to rear weight distribution. So we'll see what we can do, but that's the plan. If I can get it way back there, that will be pretty sweet. I think this thing will tear up those autocross corners, but we'll see. With the 373s of posi, the 305 I know is good. So all we have to worry about is one of these two transmissions going to work for me. Maybe that torque converter is good up there. Maybe not. We might have to buy a torque converter, but we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching. Hey, like and subscribe. We'll be getting this thing at a racetrack eventually, but there's a lot of work to do still. See you next time.